Well, you ready to just be here for like the next hour again? This is genuinely got to be like one of my least favorite rooms in like any video game ever. Straight up. Just because like the torrent of enemies is like so endless. I mean, I could try being more aggressive this time so it doesn't take as long, but every time I do, I'm just gonna take, you know, crazy damage, you know? It's the thing, because these guys hit like a truck. At least now I know that when they get knocked down, I can do stuff like this, which they don't even immediately die from. They just like get back up again, but at least it does big damage. I wish I could also do that strike like when they fall down themselves with that one rolling attack. I cannot. You want to get knocked down? I was born to waste hours on this room. All right, this is the same dialogue that we've heard from before. I think I basically have to rely on my allies for knocking it down. Oh, that one's dead. Who knows? Maybe this will be the quickest time that we've ever gotten through this room of like never-ending enemies. Maybe. This is always like the go-to room to talk about like stories of current things happening. But, you know, I don't really have a whole lot to talk about like current things happening. Not really much new in the lore. I talked about what we were doing on the truck earlier today already. Is the thing earlier this stream. But yeah, this is gonna be life, is just running around doing this for a while. Are you? Oh, I was about to say, is that guy on the ground in the way that I could like stab him? I mean, do I want to try and get aggressive and just like be on top of my parries? No, it's so hard to visibly tell what's going on there. It's really, really difficult. Well, you know, because NieR Replicant is kind of the game that we've been going ham the most on the channel recently in terms of streaming, I've probably told, like, most of the stories by now. I've probably talked about, like, the plans for the upcoming 24-hour charity stream in November. But since we're just gonna be doing this for a while, may as well, like, talk about things again for anyone that hasn't heard the tall tale before. So, every May we try to do a 24-hour charity stream for Larch, which is a not-for-profit that helps those with developmental disabilities. And every November we try to do a 24-hour charity stream for the Stollery Children's Hospital. And that's through Extra Life, is what that is there. Also, interestingly enough, I literally work, like, right across from the place in question. Maybe I shouldn't be saying stuff like that, doxing myself, but, it makes me wonder, like, since I help out with research-related stuff, and I actually go and, like, work in the Stollery sometimes with the lab samples here and there, I think part of my paycheck comes from the Stollery. So I guess you could say the 24-hour charity stream for the Stollery Children's Hospital, like, partially has to do with, like, my actual job, I guess you could say. Interestingly enough, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so, if we do wind up doing one this November, which I do, you know, absolutely plan on doing, stamp! It'll be the 7th time doing a 24-hour charity stream. And in recent years, like, when I started doing 24-hour charity streams, it started being like, oh, let's just do, like, challenge runs and, like, time slots that people can choose, like, what game is going to be streamed, you know, stuff like that. Dang, I didn't get over here in time. Nowadays, it's more so my excuse to get through, like, a bunch of short games on the channel that I've wanted to get through, is what 24-hour charity streams on the channel are nowadays. Like, hey, let's use this as the means to just get through, like, multiple short games. Get, like, multiple full playthroughs done at once, you know? New idea, stream where you're trapped in a ballroom for 24 hours as endless enemies spawn. Good luck. No, absolutely not. I don't think I'd be able to do that. So the plans for the short games to go through for this upcoming 24-hour charity stream are, I've got a few things in mind. One is gonna be Deer Simulator that Guzman nerd gifted to me, and he asked, like, can you play this game at some point? He gifted it to me on Steam. Apparently he got, like, a big kick out of it and asked if I could play it at some point. I was like, maybe I'll do it during a 24-hour charity stream. Without projectiles. No, absolutely not. That sounds like such torture, doing this without projectiles. So I'll try Deer Simulator. I know literally nothing about it. I just looked up about roughly how long it takes to beat, so I can, like, plan it into my schedule. Apparently it only takes, like, an hour, so it should be a pretty short game. I know nothing about it, apart from the fact that it cracked up, so it'll be interesting to see what that's all about. I plan on doing Metal Gear 2, so we did Metal Gear 1 during the 24-hour charity stream earlier this year in May. So we'll do Metal Gear 2 coming up here in November. So that means that we'll have gotten through both the regular Metal Gear games in 2022. Gosh dang it. And then 2023 is when we can finally start the Metal Gear Solid games. Start getting into that. So we'll get through Metal Gear. Firewatch is another game that I've like heard good things about before, but have never actually gotten the chance to try out myself. But, you know, part of me even just wants to get to it just because of like the incredible art of it. Oh, you're the Healy guy that appears, aren't you? I actually kind of have to commit to you. Are you the Healy guy? I think you Healy are a friend of, don't you? Oh, it sketches me out. I think I need to take out the Healy guys here. But part of me, honestly, even just wants to get it, even just for, like, the incredible art. Like, I've heard a lot of music mixes on YouTube of, like, relaxing themes that'll just, like, have a background from Firewatch as, like, their thingamabob. And, yeah, they're the Healy guys. Is the case. Come on, kill the Healy guys. No. Oh, how I hate it so much. So I want to try out Firewatch. Okay, so we'll try that. And apparently that only takes, like, 4 hours, something like that. So apparently it's a bit of a short one. Stab is stab! I think there's still one more Healy guy around here somewhere. Seeing if there was someone on the ground that I could stabby stab there. But yeah, do some gameplay be like, Objective 1, eat grass, Objective 2, die from man and tree? Is that the prediction for what kind of video game it's gonna be? I hear that it's something thoroughly well, I don't hear that it's something thoroughly wacky. It's more so I know from Guzma's reaction to it that it's something thoroughly wacky. Is the case there. That'll be a wacky time. What else? Oh yeah, we're gonna go through, like, an Assassin's Creed Chronicles game, because we've been very slowly going through the complete Assassin's Creed series on this channel. There's both Healy guys down. And we're just going through them in release order, and we're currently on the Chronicles games, which was, like, this trilogy of 2D platformer spin-offs. Is the thing, we've gotten through the first Chronicles game, there's 2 left, so we've done Chronicles China, now it's just Chronicles India and Chronicles Russia, is the case. And each one of those only takes about, like, 6-ish hours, something like that. Chronicles China is the longest one. That has, like, 12 levels. The other 2 only have 10, apparently. So, they are shorter, apparently. So, you know, I can do a full playthrough of one of those in the 24-hour charity stream, right? So, it'll probably be the second one, Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, and then I'll probably do Russia sometime later. Like, unless I have the space to fit India into my schedule before that time. That's a weird sentence. If I have the space to fit India into my schedule. You know what I mean, though. So I'll do that. And lastly, I want to do Metroid Prime Hunters, because you know, I want to get through all the Metroid Prime games before Metroid Prime 4 eventually releases. Like, who knows when Metroid Prime 4 is going to release at this point, but I want to get through all the Metroid Prime games before that point. So there's the 3 like main Metroid Prime games, but there's also Metroid Prime Hunters on the Nintendo DS, and there's Metroid Prime Pinball. I think is also on the Nintendo DS. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it is. Well, no strike on the ground there for me. I believe it is, at least. And apparently Metroid Prime Hunters and Pinball came out between Metroid Prime 2 and 3, both of them did. But Metroid Prime Hunters actually takes place between Metroid Prime 1 and 2. So since we've done Metroid Prime 1 on the channel already, how about we do Metroid Prime Hunters during the 24-hour charity stream? And then we can do Metroid Prime 2 sometime later. And then we can do Metroid Prime Pinball, and then Metroid Prime 3. That sounds like a nice order, right? Do each of the 3 main games with, like, a little bonus game in the middle, you know? is the plan there. You've been knocked to the ground. I'm fallen! And I can't get up! It's locked. I know. The stab them on the ground button is the same button as the open the door button, so that's why that happened there. Was the case. Strength drop, so I guess I may as well use these, right? Oh, but then that means I gotta use physical attacks. I looked up about how long Metroid Prime Hunters takes to beat, though, and apparently it's roughly 8.5 hours. So, considering all these other games where, Metal Gear 2 apparently takes about 6 hours, Assassin's Creed Chronicles is about 6 hours, Firewatch is about 4 hours, and, Gear Simulator is about 1 hour, is the case. I don't know with all that if I would be able to get, like, all the way through to the end of Metroid Prime Hunters. It is possible that I might just do, like, maybe the first half of it, and then do, like, the second half sometime after the 24-hour charity stream. Maybe. That's probably what's going to be most likely, but we shall see. Skipping Ring... Oh, yeah, I guess we do oftentimes do Ring Fit. If there is some time for Ring Fit, we could potentially try and slot it in. But that is a good point. Like, for this 24-hour charity stream, I honestly just kind of looked at, like, what are all these short games that I want to eventually do on the channel, and, like, what can I fit in? I guess that is a good point, is that we usually do, Ring Fit. Maybe I should do it, but just for, like, a shorter amount of time, because, like, previous 24-hour charity streams, we've set it for, like, 3 hours, and that's been a little bit ludicrous. Well, maybe it should just be something shorter. Because if I, you know, I'm already acknowledging that we're probably not gonna get to the end of Metroid Prime Hunters. We'll do, like, part of it and try to get through the rest. Would there be enough time for everything? Start to finish Assassin's Creed Chronicles, start to finish Metal Gear 2, start to finish Firewatch and Deer Simulator. If all those are start to finish, would there be time for, like, a short session of Ring Fit Adventure? Like, maybe 2 hours, something like that. And then basically just say, we're doing Metroid Prime Hunters for however much time is left. Something like that. Maybe? That could be one way to do it. I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about Ring Fit. Like, I was literally just looking at this list that I have in this Discord server that I just use to, like, send messages between devices. Well, send, like, images between devices most of the time, or keep track of things. I have, like, a list of games in this thing that I eventually want to get to. So I was looking at that being like, what short games can I get done this time? That's what I put together.
Fine. I'll just break it down.
Was the case.
Stop, you impatient fool.
So here's where all the eggs come out and stuff. We could probably pull that off.
Bullshit bastard. Open the fuck up already.
So Assassin's Creed Chronicles and Metal Gear 2, if they each take like 6-ish hours, that would be like half of it at 12 hours. So then if we add, like, 4 for a Firewatch, that would put us at, like, 16. Deer Simulator makes 17. Be the case. And then, even if we did, like, the full normal time slot that we do of Ring Fit of 3 hours for, Ring Fit, that would bring us up to 20, and we would still have, like, 4 hours for freaking Metroid Prime Hunters, which would be about, like, perfect for half of it, right? To do the other half later. That could actually work quite well then, in that case. Could actually work perfectly with the schedule. A big think here. I apologize that I completely forgot about Ring Fit. So distracted by other short games. But if it is factored in, it might actually work out perfectly. Maybe. Who knows if Metal Gear 2 would even take me 6 hours. Maybe it'll be like Metal Gear 1 where I get like partway through Rage Quit and then we just watch the rest on YouTube. And then just react to it. And count that as the playthrough. Because I don't know what the heck happened during Metal Gear 1. But like, the enemies always knew where I was at all times. So I don't know if my game was just like bugged out or something like that. Because even after dying, the enemies just always knew where I was at all times. Like, I couldn't get back to sneaking around, was the thing. So, like, the game found itself in a state where it was just, like, near impossible. Like, it still would have been possible had I, you know, had the determination and just, like, beat the game despite every enemy always knowing where I was. But it was just so painful that I rage quit. So I don't know if that was a glitch or something like that, or what the heck is going on with that. If we don't run into an issue like that during Metal Gear 2, then maybe, maybe I can actually beat that one. You know, maybe. I have heard that apparently Metal Gear 2 is way better than Metal Gear 1. You know? Alright, here's no more violence again. Is the, case. Yeah, near possible. You could say, I suppose. No, I was trying to dodge, whatever, I don't know. Though by reviewers, the enemies were easy due to tunnel vision? What, in Metal Gear 1? Or are you thinking about, like, Metal Gear Solid 1? Because Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear Solid 1 are different games. That's the case. Pew, pew, pew! I pressed the dodge there, I swear.
Your heart is
Boopity bop. Well.
It ain't hatred, and it ain't sadness. What's going on?
Oh yeah, that's the that thing revolve attack.
Should I know?
It's coming back to me.
I know.
It's coming back to me here.
I'm fine. Let's just kill
Yeah, so
some
jump
shit
over
and
that
move
one.
on, all right?
Jump over that one. But yeah, apparently Metal Gear Solid is where things get, like, good, is what I've heard. Apparently there's, like, some pretty decent good to be had. Metal Gear 1 not so. So, actually Metal Gear 1. But the thing is, like, anytime I, like, got into any new room, anytime any new room was loaded and there was enemies there, they would just immediately know where I was. All of them, and would, like, home in on me. So while I could potentially navigate around them, like, if they so much as clip me, my, you know, health starts going down, like, really fast, is the thing. And, you know, I have to play, like, basically each room, like, darn near perfectly then, the thing. So while you can get around them, it's just really, really hard and really annoying when you have to do it for every single room, when, like, sneaking isn't even a question anymore, you know, was the thing. So hopefully that won't happen in Metal Gear 2. And as I've mentioned earlier this stream, people have told me that, like, oh, you should probably just start with, like, Metal Gear Solid 1. There's a recap of the first 2 Metal Gear games before that point anyway, so, like, you know, just do that. Don't put yourself through the pain of Metal Gear 1 and 2. But here I am, the lunatic that I am, always playing every game on this channel in order. Whether it be the Metal Gear games before Metal Gear Solid, or freaking janky, wacky NieR Replicant ballroom here before NieR Automata, you know? We always gotta do things in order. My goodness gracious. Had I known that I was gonna do the NieR series, this version of this game, like this remaster, only released last year. I could have done this, like, as a new release right when it came out, had I realized that I was gonna start the NieR series. But I didn't realize, so here we are doing it like a year after it came out. Not gonna get the brownie points of, like, covering something while there's intrigue about it being a new release and stuff. Alright, come on. Please. No, we're not gonna get it in one cycle, unlike in easy mode. Well, not like I've done this boss in easy mode, I just imagine that. You'll be able to do that in easy mode, because all the other bosses we face in easy mode are able to do so. Whoa! Yeah, what now? What, for doing, like, all the Kirby games in order? There's exceptions like that, if the games, like, aren't, you know, if there's no overarching story. If there's an overall story that's, like, progressing, then I do them in order. If there's no overall story that's progressing like Kirby, then it doesn't matter. You know. But Metal Gear, there's a story. There's an overall narrative.
Oh dear.
Kirby, there's no overall story or narrative, you know. It's just Kirby, you know. So, you know, I'll do things out of order if, you know, it doesn't matter really what order you do. Like Pokemon games on the channel as well, for example. Like, I'll cover new Pokemon games when they release, and which ones we go back and play will just be, like, whatever I feel like doing. Slash what we get, like, some friend was to do, like, Soul Links with, maybe. Like, we played Pokemon Platinum for, like, the doing things in order, specifically for seeing how BDSP changed things, so I guess you could say that that was, like, a sort of doing Pokemon in order, is we did Pokemon Platinum before the release of BDSP, to specifically see how different BDSP was from Platinum, specifically for that purpose. So I guess that's the one doing Pokemon in order thing. I'll do that just to be safe. Yeah, I guess Kirby lore runs deep, but you know, you don't really have to play the games in order to, you know, you understand something like Kirby lore, you know. I feel like this might have been like our fastest run of the ballroom yet. What I feel like. I think the very first time that we did the whole ballroom section, it took a little bit over an hour. Like, we're approaching the end here. And, like, what has this been? I don't want to make, like, a guesstimate, because I'll probably be, like, drastically off. I mean, like, myself. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get, like, the 2-cycle thingamabob. Something like that. No, your health just comes back. That's what this is. And then we're like, oh no, what do we do? We can't seem to hurt it because it's regenerating. I guess we just gotta skedaddle.
Oh no.
That's the thing, right? Do I have to take the health bar out a second time before it lets us skedaddle, or,
Damn it.
I'm losing my health to, this.
Stay focused, Kaine.
So is it just by being near you?
Don't fall victim to such distractions.
Come on.
Oh, it's
We
here
have
in
to get
general.
going.
So, can I skedaddle? I understand the deep lore implications of Kirby turning into yarn a whole, like, ballroom section. I think this might have been the fastest ballroom yet. Like,
Here.
I'll restock on some of my healing items on the way up. I think this is the faster way to move. Straight up. Alright. There's that. This'll help me get some speed. So we'll stay like far ahead of it,
Please,
I think.
hurry.
I am hurrying. Look how fast I'm going. I'm using the freaking speedrun strats out here. I'm not getting a lot of medicinal herbs from these boxes. Oh, is that a health self? I guess I'm at capacity for those. Medicinal herbs. Yeah, look at that. Freaking easy peasy. You know how many tries that took? Like on playthrough 1? Like, now it just looks easy. Like, what kind of fool would fail at that?
Damn it, I
But then
can't
you,
do it.
but then you look at playthrough 1 and it's like, what the heck? How do you get through there in time? While collecting these orbs, at least. You know. Alright. Boopity bop.
The entrance is locked too.
Yeah, we're, trapped in here. Yeah, that's fine. No, I will go farther. Because after you, it's just the Shadow... Actually, no, wait. There's a room with a bunch of annoying enemies first, and then the Shadow Lord. And that room... That set of rooms takes me a bunch of... Oh, yeah, and there's the freaking Devil Apopola rematch as well, isn't there? Gosh dang it. There is still a decent bit more. There is still a decent smidge more before the Shadow Lord isn't there. Alright, ram the wall. That's a wall. That's a tank. Alright.
You're any different.
Many Pippa-pews.
Hate is just another crutch for you.
Yeah, we were paying attention to this dialogue on playthrough 2, but since we saw it there before, I don't have to pay too much attention to it here. This time, I don't think. Boopity bop. Are you not? Smackaroo. I do think that conversation between Kaine and the Shade there is a conversation, though. I do think. Well,
Too far gone, that's why we...
big smackaroos. The biggest of smackaroos. Alright, well. And then you get your health bar back here. In a hot second. Yeah, there it is. There it be. Are you gonna do your toxic thing again? Is that what's going on here? Also, another one of the short games I want to cover eventually that I was considering for this upcoming 24-hour charity stream is Portal. But I also saw a recent announcement that there's like some fancy RTX stuff coming to Portal, like later on. And it's like, oh, okay, I should probably do a Portal sometime later when we can use like all the fancy ray tracing stuff. You know, when that comes out, because that's coming out like late November-ish, I think. If I recall. Our friends are here! Our friends who are really mean to wolves. As it turns out. Wait. My stream didn't die at one point, did it? I'm looking over my stream manager and it says that I've been streaming for only 3 minutes. Alright, the music's real good, but hold on. Whoa, wait, let me restart my stream manager. Like, OBS never said I disconnected. It says drop frame 0. Did my stream actually restart? What? What? Well, that's gonna be a massive pain in editing later. Because usually I don't, you know, download these onto my computer. Usually I just, like, use the Twitch highlighter. But, well, I guess this is gonna be, like, Stream 14, Part 1 and Part 2 on Twitch now. And, this one specific part of, like, the ballroom I'm gonna have to download onto my computer. And, combine into one thing, Bob. That'll be annoying. It's not the end of the world, but, you know, means the ballroom is gonna have to exist on my computer. That sucks. I wonder what, like, sentence I got cut off in, like, the middle of then a few minutes ago. I do wonder. Must have been something or other. Wacky. Well, yeah. So, I guess after this stream, I'll download, you know, this ballroom part of the VOD and combine it into just, like, one video for YouTube. Instead of, you know, this divided thing. Alright, bye, friends!
Hey, stop! Let me go!
It's gonna suck because it's only gonna be like these few minutes at the end that I'm gonna have to tack on. I'm gonna have to download it specifically to tack on these last few minutes. Sucks to suck. Bye!
No! Open
No.
the door! You can't fight that thing on your own! 手出す。
なんだ、新たて。ウラーヌ、ペルア、ト、チ。
ウラーヌカリバテル、トートラチ。Open the damn door!
Knock it off already. Let's go.
Kaine.
He's fighting for you. And for Fira. Don't let him die for nothing.
My friend.
Alright, well, he's trapped behind there once again. So I guess you didn't get to hear it. You know what you totally missed then? In that case, when the stream was down, I flexed my unparalleled knowledge of Kirby in that time. I'm like the leading Kirby expert. And I just like flexed that all, how I already know like absolutely everything there is to know about Kirby. Too bad you missed it. Would've been really cool to have been on stream. You know, would've been pretty neat. But alas, it's too bad. Just have to imagine it now. Alright. Well, I would have preferred some medicinal herbs there since those are things I have, you know, the space for now. Maybe I should have used some more health salves then. That's what I should have done. Because now it's giving me all these health salves. Is this a thing with Devil and Popola now? There's one more room. I turned my cameras early. Look at this box. Spirit capsule. Interesting. Oh, there's another thing there. Let's grab it really quickly. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Now, this is the door. With the, boss before the final boss, right? Yes.